Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is KaelPlay once again, and I am back to show you part 2 of my Minecraft Hyrule adventure for Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time. Now, I've been doing a little bit of work on this since I last showed you what we were doing. I've been mainly doing Hyrule Field, however we have been doing some other things as well. So, without further ado, let's head over to Hyrule Field and show you what's going on. Now, bear in mind, not finished just yet, due to the fact that I do have a lot of details to add and things like that, and for the most part, I'm really kind of pedantic about doing it by myself, because I have a really clear vision of how I want things to look. But as you can see here already, we do have the entrance to Hyrule Field. I did vines for kind of effect, and here is where Mr. Owl would normally be perched. But aside from that, okay, so two things to note in the field. Let's have a look around. So, for one, the hills, or the hill, the main huge hill in the middle of it, took literally forever to make. It took me so long to make this hill. And again, it's quite barren at the moment. There are some details that I'm still adding and things like that. But first, let's head over and have a look at the castle that we've made. Now, again, using huge amounts of references, as you know, like in terms of screenshots and kind of mappings and things like that. This is made as closely as I possibly can do. Add a little bit of garnishing for my own personal preference, but for the most part, very accurate here. Really going for as accurate as possible here with the castle. So a little bit of a glitch over the wall, but not to worry. Okay, so let's have a look. As you can see, very well. I mean, it's a castle. There you go. It's a castle. Over here we have other things going on, the little trees over there and stuff like that. And you've got to remember, okay, so the field is technically to scale. However, some of the things inside it can't be to scale due to the fact that they are zoned. Mainly Lon Lon Ranch. So as you can see here, we do indeed have Lon Lon Ranch. We're going to go inside, have a little bit of a look-see. Do have the house and the barn. No interior's done just yet, and then we do indeed have the track, pen, as well as that little stall thing over there and that tower. But for the most part, again, really hard to do it to scale due to the fact that you have to fit it into the confines of an actual place. But I think it looks quite good. I think it went quite well. Quite simplistic right now, and I'm not so sure what other details I can add to it. But again, it just works. It just works. Also, we have the little kind of terrace thing over here and the entrance to Garuda Valley, but you know, again, kind of simple, just kind of planning out all the basics of it here. And then, indeed, we do have the entrance to Hylia Lake, which I'm going to be doing later on. A little bit of low ground and a little bit of forest over here, which is pretty much what is on the map. So that is my Hyrule Field right now. It's looking pretty darn spiffy, gotta say. It took a lot of work to get it looking like this. I mean, a ton of work. You know, you have to plan out all the scales and things like that. You have to plan out where all these paths are going to go. And for the most part, it's all kind of like educated guesswork, going off reference pictures for the at the beginning and stuff, and then kind of just putting it into preparation and kind of giving it a go and hoping for the best. So off the back of that, I wanted to show you what it looks like when I'm actually creating these places, and I've just started on the road to Zora's domain, which is the you know, the domain, and this is Zora's River. Okay, so this is what it looks like initially to actually plan out. Basically, I'm taking a load of measurements from reference pictures and kind of just panning them out here, and you know, eventually I will start raising and lifting things and kind of adding water and stuff. I haven't finished it fully. I need to put that little kind of high ground, low ground thing on the end. But for the most part, this section here is super accurate in terms of sizes, in terms of measurements and things. Unfortunately, normally the staircase over here to Kokoriki Village would be on this direct path, but because I don't really have too much room here, I'm going to have to put it off to the side ever so slightly. Don't mind too much, as I did a similar thing with the Sacred Forest Meadow and the Forest Temple, which I will go and show you now. Actually, that block should not be there. Go away, block. Okay, so okay, if we are here in the Secret Woods, or and as you can see here, to the Sacred Forest Meadow. Consider the walk long as a loading screen. So we do go through here. I made a little bit of a maze because, again, I wouldn't have been able to fit in Zora's River and the Sacred Forest Meadow in exactly the same place. It would have been very, very difficult. So I made this little pathway here. And again, for the most part, the Sacred Forest Meadow is very, very accurate. Measurements all done to kind of scale and things like that. So let's just take it from a bird's eye view initially. As you can see here, all very, very similar to what we normally do see in the thing. And it actually comes out very close to the Deku Tree, Great Deku Tree. But you can't actually see them either area from either side, so that's fine. Okay, so let's head through here. And again, I haven't added the hole there for the fairies shrine, but you see you get the ladder up here and you can climb up it and jump from place to place, just like in the game, which is pretty cool. And then, you know, you do have these water pits as well, which are in the game. Okay, so now going up to the Forest Temple, again, this path would normally be a little bit longer, but I decided to kind of leave it for now. And as you can see here, you do have this place where you'd be the Triforce. This is slightly smaller than scale, but it doesn't bother me too much. And normally that would be the way you actually hookshot up to the Forest Temple there. However, what I've done is I've been a little bit sly. I've actually, yes, you normally would have to hookshot up there, but as you can see, I've added a little bit of a cheat. Since we don't have hookshots in Minecraft, and ta-da, we are at the Forest Temple, awesome stuff. And you can't actually see that from the front, it's actually well concealed. So let's just go down here. Very well concealed indeed. Look at that, can't see it at all. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so indeed, the Forest Temple is on the way, ladies and gentlemen, and once we get there, once I end up doing it, then I will show you more of that. But if you know, this has been part 2, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching, just kind of giving you a little snippet. Eventually, once I'm finished, for the most part, I will end up releasing a map pack, or a map file, which I'm sure people will enjoy. And yeah, so I'll see you next time. Bye for now.